Ooh. That was weird. All right, welcome. We are back. It's good to be back. It's been a while. Had a lot of stuff. I was out of town. Had some stuff going on. But I wanted to get back to you. Go live. We got a good one for you to take out. A lot to get into. But before we do, guys, please head on over to carnivorebar.com. That's carnivorebar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. It's the convenience of it's the nutrition of a steak with the convenience of a bar. That's carnivorebar.com. It's on the move nutrition without compromise. Make sure to use promo code BOXING to save 10% at checkout. Head over to carnivorebar.com. All right, had a good week last week. I hit the lock of the week. That came through, so that's good. I was glad to see that. Going to have another big week this week. If you are not a part of the Patreon, make sure to join the Patreon now. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticker below. I'm going to put the Patreon in the chat. We're back on a hot streak, making some money. Hit the lock of the week last week. Hit the lock of the week last week. Gonna hit it again this week. Already put the lock out for the Patreons. If you have not joined, join now. Patreon, it's in the chat. Hit the lock last week. Gonna hit it again this week. It like I said, it is out. It is live. I'll try to get you guys a second one, but the lock is out. Let's get a hot streak going. Let's get the easy money sniper is at it again. Let's make some money. Let's get cooking. Let's get cooking. All right, guys. All right, just so we know where we're at currently. I've got the 2 videos out this week already. I'm gonna drop the third one tonight. It will be out late tonight. I got Barrios and Ramos, and I have Taylor and Serrano too. Both those videos are out. I have another video dropping tonight. I'm going to try to get you guys one every day this week. I'm going to try to go live every day this week. I got Lucas Badi and Armando Casamonica coming out today. You guys may want to pay attention to that one. There's a reason why I'm putting this out. I think that's an interesting fight. I think this is a good week to make some money. I think the lock is an easy money lock. Easy money lock. I think that we can do quite well on. So guys, make sure to join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also in the chat below. It's in that little ticker. Hey, Fast Car Eddie, the Hitman Hearns is here. Fast Car Eddie, what's up, my man? If you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure to get in the Patreon. Link is in the description. $5 a month. We'll get you full access. It'll get you the lock of the week. It gets you Ask the Book Gaming. It gets you the updated props. It gets you everything that you could possibly want. The absolute best gambling advice in the boxing world for just $5 a month. All right, guys. Let's get into it. You guys can ask me some questions. Rocket's in the house. Rocket, my dude. Rocket, my man, in the house. Always great to have you. All right. This is not bad. Right here, Bruce Carrington. Bruce Carrington had a rough go of it in his last fight at the Garden. He pulled it out. He edged it out. I think he got it wide at 97-93 twice. Suleiman Sagawa, which was a tougher than expected fight. Now he's fighting Dana Colwell. Dana Colwell is an Australian fighter. He lost a couple of times. This is not a fight that I'd be overly concerned about. He lost to a couple of undefeated prospects back in 2021 and 2022. Edner Lucis and Jake Wiley. Edner Lucis, Venezuelan guy, lost. These are not world-class fighters. These are not guys at the level of Bruce Carrington by any means at all. These aren't even guys that are anywhere near the level of Bruce Carrington who were able to beat him. So I could do a video on this if you want. This is not terrible. Bruce Carrington at minus 750 is something you should definitely add to your parlay. 100% you should add to your parlay. Lucas Body, this is a fight I like a lot. I really, minus 750, you might as well take this. You might as well bring down your parlay with this. I like this a lot. Lucas Body and Armando Casamonica. Orlando Casamonica was my prospect of the month once. He's a decent fighter. He's not your typical Italian fighter. He's a come forward guy. He's got decent skills. I would say if you're looking for an upset pick, this could be the one. Plus 850, I think he's worth the risk. I really think he's worth the risk. Yeah, plus 850. This is a good bet. I think this is a winning bet. If I had to handicap this, I would make this about an even fight. And at plus 850 on an evenish fight, I like Armando Casamonica. He's got some decent wins. This is not this is the wrong fight for him. I don't know why they would make this fight for a guy that they like a lot in body. Casamonica, this is not an easy fight. He's got wins over Gianluca Picardi, who's a name. He's fought on the Italian cards a lot. If you go to like the Italian Federazione, the Italian Boxing Commission has its own YouTube channel and they air fights. He fights on that a lot. I've seen him a few times. There's tons of tape on him. This is not a guy that's easy to beat. This is going to be a challenging fight. If anything, I would probably favor Casamonica. It's that kind of fight where I don't understand these odds at all. And this is maybe a fight where you can make some money on. I would definitely take a look at Casamonica. I'm not putting it in my lock because it's not a lock, but plus 850, I think it's worth betting on. Then we have the other women's fight, Shadisha Green and Melinda Watpool. It's a women's fight. You probably take the over on it. This isn't a fight that I love. Neither fighter here really blows me away. It's an even money fight, and it should be. I'd probably lean towards Green in this fight. WBO's World Super Middleweight title. But I unless you can get and Green knocks people out. She has it in her last couple of fights. She went to this Cruz and lost a competitive fight. Franchon Cruz DeZern. She beat Natasha Spence in a competitive fight. But prior to that, she was knocking everyone out. So I don't even love the over-under on that. And then Melinda Watpool, Canadian fighter, more of your traditional fighter, women's fighter. She's going to go the distance. I don't love the over-under on that either. So I would just probably lay off this fight. If anything, you want to put a little bet on Shadisha Green. I like it. I don't love it. I wouldn't. I'm not betting on that. But I would pick Green to win. Barrios and Ramos. I want Barrios by stoppage. The props are out, so I like that bet a lot. Mario Barrios by KO, TKO, DQ. I like it a lot. I think Abel Ramos is an ace fighter. I think he's a shot fighter. I think if you want to, you can take Barrios by KO, TKO, DQ. It's paying quite well, plus 160. I think this is a bet to look at. Also, Barrios on the money line, great bet to add to your prop. Great bet to add to your parlay. I mean, minus 1,400. It's easy money. I like this a lot. I like Barrios by late stoppage. Barrios is a big hitter. I don't care what anyone says. He is a big hitter. He's been on a knockout streak. He hurts everyone. He's right now one of, if not, his 2 or 3 best 147 in the world. Could have stopped Ugas, stopped Santiago. I like Abel Ramos. To me is a shot fighter, and I understand he's only been stopped once. and that was by Regis Prograis. That was a long time ago. But I would bet for this fight not to go the distance. I like Barrios by stoppage in this fight. I think I think Abel Ramos is over the hill a little bit. I know he's just 33, but he's been in a ton of wars. He looks a little aged. He looks a little shot. The Cody Crowley fight, the Luke Santa Maria fight, inactivity. This to me, he was losing to Bryant Perella up until the last second of the fight, if you remember that. And this is 4.5 years ago already. I just don't think that Abel Ramos at this stage of his career has a ton left in the tank. And I think Barrios is peaking. I think Barrios is a great offensive fighter, a big power, athletic. He can come forward. He can hit you from a barrage of angles. He's good from the outside. He's good on the inside. To me, this is a fight I like Barrios by KO. I think Barrios gets the job done with the KO. I think it gets it late. Another line I would like is, does the fight go the distance? No, at plus 135. I like that a lot. I would take that. But I better than that. I just like Barrios by KO. It pays better, and I don't think Ramos wins by stoppage. So I would take Barrios by KO, TKO, and DQ on its own as a standalone because it's paying 160. But I would, in my parlay, I would just take Barrios on the money line, bring down that. That's what I'm saying. There's these fights where we got money to make, right? Like we've got money to be had. Barrios money line, Carrington money line. Right off of that, what do we got? We're already at minus 476, so we're bringing this down. Katie Taylor, minus 120. We're even here. Yeah, I thought Serrano won the first fight. I definitely thought Serrano won the first fight. But I had Katie Taylor. I got Katie Taylor in this fight. And right now, fight props. Does the fight go the distance? I absolutely love that bet. It's already getting worse. When I put out my lock of the week, it was minus 550. It's down to minus 575 now. So I would lock that in. I would build my parlay around that. So to me, these are three give me bets. Give me bets. Right? And this is what we're looking for. We got the fight to go the distance, Katie Taylor and Serrano. Love that. Bruce Carrington, minus 750. Mario Barrios, minus 1,400. We're already at minus 238, right? And it's just getting easy to add to this. Like, it's just getting easy to add to this. We're already where we want to be, which is under minus 200. We're almost there on three absolutely give me fights. And then you guys can just add to it. Just there are Colasso, William Zepeda, right? There are fights that we can get this down. So there's plenty of good fights. There's plenty of good action. There's a ton of ways to make money this weekend. This is a great weekend to make money. There's a bunch of easy fights, right? Like, just to do that. Minus 192. Let me check something real quick. I would look to get that. I would look to get in quickly on that. I don't want these odds to change on you. I feel very, very comfortable with this parlay. I think this is an easy money parlay. I think there's a ton of money to be made here. John Jones stoppage parlay with Jake Paul. I'm going to get to Jake Paul. I'm not betting on no Jake Paul fights. I've said this before. I'm going to say it in my video. I'm going to do the video tomorrow on Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I'm not going to watch any tape on it because Mike Tyson obviously hasn't fought a real fight, and this isn't a real fight, and I wouldn't bet on this fight. But I'm going to get into all that. I'm going to do a video on it because there's a ton of demand. People are into this fight. So I'm going to do a video on it, and it's going to get clicks, it's going to get views, and it is what it is. And I'm gonna, but Jake Paul, when he fought Andre August, back in late last year, basically a year ago, December of 2023 in Puerto Rico, the fight was fixed. I know for sure it was fixed. I know Andre August's trainer. Andre August's trainer is a guy named Justin Deshone. Justin Deshone told me the fight was fixed. He told me he got $300,000 for the fight, another $300,000 to throw it in the first round, to take a dive in the first round. If you got 200,000, take a dive in the second round. 100,000, take a dive in the third round. So he got $600,000 for that fight. So look, what I'm saying is I know his fights to be fixed. I know Jake Paul fights for a fact, because I know that fight for a fact was fixed, and Justin Deshone trained him, and contractually he was owed 10%. So he got 10% of the $300K, but he wanted the 10% of the $300K they took a dive for. So I know for certain that fight was fixed. So what I'm saying is, when I know for a fact a fighter has fixed fights, I'm not betting on those fights, because you don't know what you're going to get. The other thing I wanted to add was, look, the amount of first round knockouts is just silly, right? Like, no one gets those kind of first round knockouts. It's just absurd. And if you go back and you watch the fight, Andre August lands a clean shot, buckles him, and then he stops, because he's like, oh, I don't want to hurt this guy, because I'm taking a dive later in the round. Ryan Borland, I don't know for a fact that fight is fixed, so I'm not going to comment on it. But first round knockout, they're fixed, right? Like, I say that with confidence. I know what I know about the Andre August fight. I don't know that for certain about the Ryan Borland fight. And then, Michael Perry goes down, he gets knocked down every round. 0-1 fighter. It's just silly. It's just silly. It's just a silly thing. I mean, this guy's not a boxer. He doesn't know how to box. What's up, Team Batman? Doesn't know how to box. I think this is the most, and I absolutely hate it when people come up to me. Oh, you're a boxing guy? What do you think about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul? It's like, okay. If you were a big basketball fan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was playing Aiden Ross in a game of one-on-one, and I can't ask you, what do you think of that? I don't think about it at all. I think it's absurd. I think it's stupid. I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. That's what I think of this fight. I think it's dumb. You guys are into it. It doesn't move the needle for me at all. I'm glad Barrios, my homie, fights in the undercard. I like the undercard. Barrios, Katie Taylor. It's a good undercard. The main event, I don't even think I'm going to bring myself to watch it. I will go live after the fight, but I'm just not into it. Bipolar Boxing. Hey, 3D Boxing. I've been doing heavy favorite parlays for 20 plus years. Nice to see someone else thinks like me. Yeah. Bipolar, absolutely. It's great to have you on. You got any thoughts, comments, concerns? I'd love having guys on, talk about it. If you want to hop on and go over some parlays with me, I'd love to have you on. So let me know. Join the Patreon if you haven't. We'll chop it up. What kind of luck? I mean, if you've been doing it for 20 plus years, I'm guessing you've had luck and success with it. So that's I'm guessing it's worked out for you, at least to some degree. I would KO Mike Tyson. Not even boxing anymore. Tyson, 58 years old. Yeah, I mean, you got a 6-year-old and a YouTuber. It just doesn't move the needle for me. Tommy Fury and Woodley and Perry all would stop a 50-year-old Tyson. I mean, probably. He's 58 years old. I know he's in incredible shape. I think Tyson Fury is abysmal. I think he's awful and atrocious. But he's probably stopped Mike Tyson. I just wouldn't bet on this. But like I said, I'm going to do a video on the fight, and it's going to get views, and I'm going to tell my Andre August story and my Justin Deshone story. So I'm going to get into all that. I want that out there. I need that out there. I got to have it. I'm a guy that thinks everything Jake Paul does is fixed, honestly. So I wouldn't bet my money on that. All right, let's get back let's get back to the videos. And I'm going to go live again tomorrow as well. I'm going to text homeboy World of Wrestling and see if he wants to do a live with me on Thursday to do some mixed parlay locks. But we got a lot of fights. I want to know from you guys, we got a bunch of close fights here. We got Gilberto Ramirez and CBS. We got Zepeda and Tevin Farmer, which I think was a fun fight. We got Jose Ramirez, JC Ramirez and Barbosa, which is a fun fight. We have Dorate and Akhmadov, which is a fun fight. And then we have Carrington and Coolwell. I can do a couple of more videos. I could probably get 2 to 3 more videos out this week. Which fights would you guys like me to do? Which fights do you want to see me do? So I'm just going to run down the options. Carrington and Colwell, and then the Golden Boy card. I could do Dorate Akhmadov, Ramirez Barbosa, Zepeda Farmer, Ramirez CBS. Which fights do you guys want me to do this week? I figured you guys, Ramirez. I'm not, fast card. I agree. I'm not in the circus matches either. Gilberto Ramirez, I can do. All right, that'll be my next one. I figured you guys want to say, give me one more. What other one do you want to see me? Do you want Dorate? Do you want Carrington? Ramirez? Tell me what you guys want. I can do it, but I'm definitely gonna do CBS next. That'll be either Wednesday or Thursday night, and then those. That's what I'll be doing for sure. All right, so I'm not gonna give the spoiler away with that. I have my ideas on who may win this fight. I know who I might like in that fight, but I'm gonna lay off that. Zepeda and Farmer. It's a fight I like a lot. Zepeda at minus 2,000. It's it is what it is. You want to bring you down your parlay odds. Zepeda is definitely going to win. I got no problem with adding Zepeda. Dorate and Akhmadov. This is surprisingly close to me. And I like Dorate. I would probably lean towards Dorate in this fight. This is an interesting fight. This is a really, really interesting fight. And it's basically a pick'em. Oscar Dorate Gerardo. Against Akhmadov. And he just beat Joseph Diaz. Before that, he gave Garcia a tough fight. And before that, he destroyed D'Angelo Keys. So it's a fighter I like. And Akhmadov is a hitter. He's fun to watch. He's got a bunch of losses. Ken Sims, Alberto Puello, Barrios back in the day. Is a good fighter. He's got real close to a world title with Barrios in 2019. Since then, he beat Ray Perez in the first round. And since then, he just hasn't been the same. He got close again with Puello. He got close with Sims. This is a really interesting fight. I'm going to do a video on this too. I think this is a really, really intriguing fight. I'm into that fight. So I'll probably do that one. Okay, you guys want to see Ramirez and Barbosa? All right, I'll do that. Ramirez and Barbosa. I like. Ooh. Top of my head, before I get into the video, I like Barbosa. I'm going to do that. Okay, those are the videos I'm going to do. I'm going to do CBS and Ramirez, and I'm going to do Barbosa and Ramirez. So we're going to get plenty of Ramirez upcoming. We're going to get plenty of Ramirez. Yeah, I agree he should win. But before I put that pick out there, let me get to the video. JC Ramirez is a little bit shot, right? Yeah, I like Barbosa to win, but I'm gonna get to that video. So those are the videos I'm gonna do for the rest of the week. I may be able to get to one more. I do want to get to Dorate. I think that's a good pick, but I like Barbosa. Ramirez, I like that a lot. Barbosa, Ramirez. I like this fight a lot. Sean McComb fight, Zaria, Pedraza. Dungini, yeah, he's done enough. I like Barbosa in that fight tentatively, but wait for the video to come out. Rocket, what do we got? Oh, thank you, Junior Smile. Appreciate that. It says we are lucky to have you on YouTube, bro. I appreciate that, Junior Smile. Thank you. Rocket, I'm gonna win 7,000 this Saturday. What's your parlay? I want to know what your parlay is. I'm interested in hearing that for sure. 100%. I want to hear what this parlay is. We got a good week. I'm going to come back tomorrow. We're going to work on different little parlays, upset specials, different thing like that. I want to watch the tape on a couple of these fights. I want to watch the tape on Waterpool, because if they add props to this, I probably like it to go the distance. I know Sadisha Green knocks people out, but I probably like that thing to go the distance. And I think you're going to get decent odds on that. Does anyone have a book on that? Does anyone have a book on Green and Wattpool to go the distance? Does anyone have that? Because I'm interested in seeing what's out there on that. I think that's an interesting fight to bet. You're going to get decent odds because Green does knock people out. I don't. I'm going to go watch the tape on Wattpool, but I don't think she's getting knocked out. So I definitely like that to go the distance. That's basically, I'm going to wrap this guy up soon, guys. Any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, different thing like that. Appreciate everyone coming out. Love having you here. Guys, please smash the like button. If you have not subscribed, please do. But, smash the like button for me. The algorithm loves it. We're going to go through some of the props I liked in this fight. We definitely going to do that. There's some props. That's a prop I like a lot. Either fighter to be knocked down minus 285. I would do that. I would definitely do that. And then is there a prop on a draw? Yeah. I like that, because I think the stuff is fixed. I don't think he wants to lose, so I think we may get a draw. I would probably bet on that. I've MMA mixed with my parlay. No book on that fight yet. Okay. I'm going to try to have World of Wrestling on to do a mixed parlay on Thursday. Rigo's opponent. Oh, they took it down. It was up here earlier. Hang on. I had a line on that earlier, and I'm done betting on Rigo fights. I love Rigo. I'm a Rigo guy. He's totally shot. Dan Arguello or Arias. We know Danny Arias. He's a Dominican fighter. He's just fought a bunch of nobodies. He's been around a while. Danny Aguero. Again, I would imagine Rigo wins, but I'm not comfortable betting on him. He's so shot. He's just such a shot fighter. He's probably going to win, but it just depends on how shot he is. This weekend is hard for me. I got you. Oscar Durante wins, Gary. I'm leaning towards it. Now, Akhmadov. Probably Akhmadov. I don't know. And my parlay. Easy money parlay. Jake Paul decision. I'm laying off of it, man. I'm going to bet a draw if I'm betting anything. I would John Jones fight not to go the distance. It's not my thing. I don't know. How will the wrestler help me out with that? Poirot versus Hitchens. Yeah, I like Hitchens. Even odds. I like Hitchens too. That last performance was a little scary with Gustavo Lemos. I didn't love that performance, but I'm a big Hitchens guy. You got Rigo at minus 250. That's a sexy bet. I'd probably take it, Bipolar. I'd probably take it. What book is that, Bipolar? What book are you using that's got that? Because I'm interested in that. Hitchens wins by decision. Thank you, Junior Smile. Thank you. He's a good man. Hitchens wins decision. Yeah. I kind of like Hitchens by decision. Just that Gustavo Lemos fight worries me with pressure fighters. I don't have a Hitchens by decision, but I do like that. I like that bet a lot. Bet Us is the website. Well, go over to Bet Us. Smith beats Zordo. I'm going to get to the video, El Chivo. I'm definitely going to get to that video. I'm going to get that out next, probably. I'm doing that and the Pedraza. Of the Barbosa fight. Those are the two ones I'm doing next. I'm going to have the Monica fight out. Guys are interested in an upset. I think I may have one for you guys. I think this is worth betting on. If it hits, it hits. If not, I wouldn't bet the ranch on it, but it plays plus 850. So I want you to pay attention to this video that I got coming out. I definitely want y'all guys to pay attention to this. Hitchens is Haney's twin, so I got Hitchens as well. Yeah. I like that. I agree with that. Hitchens and Haney are twins. No, I definitely agree with that. All right, yeah. I'm gonna wrap this up. So if you guys don't have any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna head out. I will be back tomorrow night, and I will be back Thursday. I'm gonna text World of Wrestling to see if he wants to join me on Thursday, do a mixed parlay. But it's crazy Friday we got. Then I'll be live post-fight Friday, post-fight Saturday. So we're gonna have a great weekend. It's going to be a loaded week. Guys, hit the like button. Please share, subscribe, the whole thing. Join the Patreon if you have not joined the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's in the chat below. It's pinned there. Join the Patreon. $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the boxing universe. It is we'll get more into this tomorrow. See if you guys have any last minute questions, comments, or super chats, anything like that. All right. It is November 12th, 2024, from Texas to the world. Thank you, and God bless.